Audience feedback helped us thoroughly and had a huge impact on the planning and construction stages of our project. We first established the target audience of 15 to 25-year-olds.
We conducted a survey to the people of our focus group. It appeared that the majority of the focus group preferred the horror genre. Our focus group consisted of 16 to 18-year-olds. We felt that this was a perfect age range to conduct a survey, as all the ages fall under our target audience of 15 to 25-year-olds. It was also important to remember aspects of the uses and gratifications theory.
During our research and planning, we each designed ancillary tasks for our short film. These consisted of a film poster and a review page based on our short film. We each started off with conventionally horror film posters. However, when we researched into Rohypnol, we realised some of the side effects of the drug, such as distortion and visual hallucinations. We decided to act on this feature and include it in our work, therefore creating several drafts. A certain member of the group faced problems whilst constructing a film poster. They found that the original poster they constructed, highlight and colour effect did not meet conventions of psychological horror films and did not show a connection to the film itself. Therefore, they decided to go back to Photoshop and research and play around with various techniques and features. From this, they produced a second draft and used our group's Facebook focus group to ask for opinions and feedback. The member of the group decided to act upon this and came out with a high standard film poster. This resulted in the use of the focus group being very helpful, as they were able to use the feedback given and choose a final post design. They found that using the focus group was very helpful to them, as they took the feedback and injected the suggestions into their work. One of the suggestions from one of the focus group members was to enhance the saturation on the image of the film poster.
Another member of the group found the process of constructing a film poster difficult as well. In earlier stages, when they were experimenting with the poster designs, they were structuring the design to be quite typically horror. When researching closer into Rohypnol, one of the film's main features, they decided to use various colour effects and to create the illusion of disorientation. They spoke to the focus group about this problem and presented them with a conventionally horror film poster and a more psychological film poster. They all agreed that the more colourful psychological poster was more effective and striking, and agreed that short films are usually unique and different, so the latter was far more consistent.
When it came to producing our second ancillary task of a film review page, we once again took to our focus group to gain audience feedback.
A main question we aimed to find out from our focus group was what film review magazines do people in our group read. Seeing as they're all positioned in the 15 to 25 age bracket, we could therefore use a magazine for design inspiration to help us create a film review that attracted our target audience. We soon discovered that the most popular were Empire and Total Film. When creating our posters, Harry went for a more classic, conventional horror psychological review format, whereas we felt that another group member's review page was more basic, as it was without a masthead, and sent it into the focus group, where some people agreed that Harry's looked more professional.
Phoebe, however, went for a more unique and different style for hers. She also used Empire magazine's review page as a template for her design. We showed it to the focus group and they all liked the logo that she had used and thought it added a level of professionalism. We felt that due to her individuality of our short film, that her bold review page would fit better, and our focus group agreed with this. The focus groups were not only vital for the ancillary tasks, they also proved significant in the construction of our main task. Overall, we also had multiple and varied ideas that we felt could suit our film. However, obviously, not all of them could make the cut. Therefore, we approached our focus group to help us narrow them down. For example, in the opening credits, we had a choice of varied fonts, such as bold, gruesome fonts, italic light fonts, and finally, a typewriter lookalike font. We asked our focus group which font they felt fitted both our narrative and genre best. Most of the group preferred the typewriter font, as it linked to a motif of computers and video logs throughout our production. However, some did like the gruesome fonts, so it decided to entail this concept as well by placing the typewriter font in neon green and red to connote blood and danger.
Another example of where we used our focus group was when deciding the effects to use on the video footage. We did not want to produce a very conventional horror film, so decided to go down the track of colour effects. So we presented 3 samples of the same footage with each gradual increase on the colour effects. The majority of the focus group enjoyed the brightest and loudest colour effects. However, some felt that it was quite contradictory to our gloomy horror film. However, when we explained that the decision behind them was to demonstrate a representation of the effect that the drug would have on a person, they understood more clearly. We felt that this distinguishes our production away from others and creates a unique effect.
In conclusion, we felt that having a focus group proved to be an important part in the making of our short film. The audience feedback proved to be a fundamental part to include opinions on our production from others than just ourselves, to avoid having a biased eye. Overall, the focus group helped us produce a short film that achieved the preferred reading from our target audience and helped us create a high standard piece.